y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mercedes. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can tell by today's title, y'all are going to be getting ready with me, and I'm going to be giving y'all 4 travel tips that I've picked up since traveling twice outside of the country this year. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're not already subscribed, tap the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and make sure you are following me on Instagram and TikTok at 1xmercedes. So let's get into the video. The 2 trips that I took this year was to Mexico and to Jamaica. So I went to Jamaica in January 2024, and in August 2024 I went to Mexico, and I stayed at some pretty good hotel. Like, I did like the hotel in Jamaica. I honestly am like looking at y'all and also trying to do this little bit of makeup that I know how to do, which is concealer. Child, I really don't know what I be doing, honestly, but it's whatever. It's just a little bit of makeup. Y'all, like, I literally love traveling so freaking much. It's so fun. And honestly, I went to Mexico for tacos. We went to celebrate Sierra's birthday, but I was like looking forward to eating tacos in Mexico. Tacos is like my favorite food, so that was like a full circle moment to have tacos in Mexico. Okay, so let's get into, I'm so focused right now. Let's get into the tips that I found. So the first tip that I really felt like was like necessary for when you're traveling is just knowing your budget, like knowing how much you're willing to spend, knowing how much you want to spend for the prep, knowing how much you want to spend when you get there. Now, for my girlies who are always balling on a budget like me, I like to keep it cute and say like, oh, I want to spend between $15 to $2,000 on a trip. That's just for the resort. Reason being because I found when traveling that I really enjoy or prefer luxury stays. I love an all-inclusive, adult-only resort, especially if it's luxury. That's like a plus for me. So just knowing how much you're willing to spend for the resort, making sure it's all-inclusive. You can't go wrong with all-inclusive. I really think like that's something that everybody should do when they travel, is travel all-inclusive. And just estimating your trip costs, or like, you know, trying to cut corners kind of like where you can. Baby, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I was trying to cut every single corner, again, this trip was kind of last minute. So I was like scrambling to like pay it off. Not scrambling, but like, you know, just like rushing to pay it off. I still had to figure out how I was going to wear my hair, what I was bringing with me, what I was going to wear, and things of that nature. So I do have like tips and tricks for that, which is going to bring me into my next point in a second. But just definitely knowing how much you want to spend. Don't go on a trip where everybody is willing to spend $2,000 and you know you only want to spend $1,300. Like, if it's not in your budget, that is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's no shame at all. I definitely am a budget girl. So if you can budget where you can, cut corners where you can, make sure you do that, and make sure you know what you're looking for in a resort when you go to stay. Again, like I said, I found that I prefer to stay at all-inclusive, adult-only luxury resorts, just based off of the couple resorts that I have stayed at thus far in my life. So that brings me into tip number 2, which is, girl, use what's in your closet. You do not have to order. It's so embarrassing how many miscellaneous pieces I had in my closet when I was going to Mexico. Like, I was finding like different types of pants, tops. I'm going to insert some pictures for y'all, but literally most of my stuff was things that, or my outfits were things that I already had home, and I only had to order like maybe shoes and accessories or a top, or things like that. When I tell y'all I probably saved $300-$400 on ordering outfits, like that's how much money I saved because I had so much in my closet already. So just making sure, like, if you have accessories, if you have tops, like, play off of things that are already in your closet. And I know this kind of ties into like budgeting, but that just hit home because I saved so much freaking money, y'all. Like, I literally order an outfit for everything, or I'll order like a bunch of stuff and then it's like I don't have anything to wear with it. So I literally like forced myself into ordering other pieces to match what I already had at home. So again, I'm gonna make sure I enter some pictures for y'all to look at those outfits. And honestly, if you want to really see, like, get the full picture of the outfits, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok so you can get the full, like, look. I literally saved a cute coin. Like, just use what's in your closet. You literally don't need to buy something every time you go out. You do, but like you don't. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like use what's in your closet, find those miscellaneous pieces, find those accessories that you can kind of play off of. And two, like, what I was also really shocked about with myself, I wore jeans. As y'all can see in one of the clips, I wore jeans to Mexico. And I thought that that was going to, like, go so wrong, but it actually did not disappoint. I ordered most of my stuff from Shein. I feel like Shein is great for vacation stuff. I know a lot of people say, like, Shein is like fast fashion. I just feel like Shein is great for vacation or like accessories or even like jackets, like just those really cute things that really tie your outfit together. So again, if you're like me, you're balling on a budget, you already have miscellaneous pieces at home, try and like cut your costs where you can. Also, where I cut some of my costs was just like wearing press-on nails. I did wear my pixie cut to Mexico. For my pixie cut girlies, comment down below how y'all felt about wearing a pixie cut on vacation. When I tell y'all, I have never struggled so much in my life. Now, I was intentional about like learning how to do my hair before I went on vacation, like really learning how to do it. So learning how to curl it, which side part looks best, like all of it, right? But when it's time to get ready for dinner after you've been in the water all day, and then you gotta go back to your room and like wash your hair, mold your hair, press it back out, tie a scarf down on it so it'll like, it was just so much maintenance. And I'm just like, I don't think I want to do this again. It was cute. It ate down with the outfits. It ate down with the outfits. Like, it was literally tying the outfits together. The shortcut was perfect. But I just feel like the maintenance on the trip is something that I'm not willing to do. Like my next vacation, that's just a big no for me. I'm just like, no. So, and I know my stylist is going to kill me, and I don't know if she's going to see this video or not, but I'm thinking about growing my hair back, babe. Like I'm thinking about growing my hair back. Just a little bit, maybe like bob length, just so I can get like braids, a quick weave, but it's still short and cute and like ties the outfits together. But yeah, I literally cut costs in those areas. As y'all get to see my videos, y'all will know I'm a heavy press-on girly. I definitely like to budget where I can and just save a coin where I can. I feel like, especially in this economy, we don't always need to spend the most to like go on a vacation. You can literally find pieces in your closet. So travel tip number 3, and honey, one thing about it, I'm gonna read a review. So my travel tip, my third travel tip, read reviews. We have so much access to the internet, to TikTok, to Google, to Reddit. Like, we have so many platforms to like get information from, and I know that's like a bittersweet thing because you don't want to take in so many opinions to a point you just don't travel or you just don't know what to pick. However, even when I'm like on my like shopping sprees, like on Shein or like Fashion Over or whatever, I literally read reviews. The first bad review I see, I'm not staying there or I'm not purchasing the item. I don't know why. That's probably not a good habit, because just because something didn't work for somebody else doesn't mean it's not going to work for me. But I'm just like I'm becoming like a one and done kind of girl. Like, yeah. So I say definitely read reviews and do your research on hotels, and especially on TikTok, just because of the fact like the girlies are showing us the tours. They're giving us hotel room tours. They're giving us tours of the resort. They're telling us the pros and the cons. Like, they are literally spilling tea. And I feel like, again, when you go to spend your money, you want to get what you're paying for. So I feel like reading reviews, also knowing what you're looking for when you're reading reviews. So if you're looking for luxury, you're not going to really probably look at a party resort like Ryu or things of that nature. You might want something a little more upscale from that. Again, utilize the internet. Like, I can't stress that enough. When I tell you I am review girl, like, I don't even understand what people like, oh, I don't have time for that. Like, I will make time. Like, I will make the time. I will binge for hours on just doing research. Not to say y'all gotta binge for hours. Binging for hours is kind of pushing it, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Do your research on a hotel. Make sure you know what you're looking for. And also, don't sell yourself short. If you know you like luxury, search for luxury. There's affordable luxury as well, for all-inclusive, or like maybe something that's not all-inclusive, but you'll get still that same luxury experience. So don't sell yourself short on it. Tip number 4. This should have been tip number 1. Girl, when I say I love booking with a travel agent, it's just something about it that just makes my heart sing. I don't know if I'm crazy. I love having a point of contact. And it's not to say that the agent is like, will literally have control over everything that happens in the airport or your airline ticket, like just so many different things. But you have one point of contact. And it also allows you to have that one point of contact, get insurance, plan ahead before getting there, asking them 102 questions. It really leaves room for you to basically get that perfect trip that your heart desires, which is something that I really love. And plus, the thought of like planning a trip gives me anxiety. I don't know why. It just gives me anxiety. And so like when I go to plan, for instance, a group trip in December 2025, on the bottom of the invitation, it's literally going to say, please see so-and-so for all of your questions and concerns. I also love the travel agent because you can also basically like pay off your trip without having to worry about, it's a truck going by. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's like super loud to me. It's going. But literally you can pay your trip off as needed. Now, the one thing that they do suggest is that you do book your flight at the same time. And what I really loved, so for Jamaica, I booked through Liberty Travels, and what I really loved about the agent was that our flight was originally like 5 something, and she emailed me maybe within a couple weeks, and she was like, hey, I just checked the flight prices again. They dropped down to $420. So I really appreciated that, because if it was on my own time, I just won't be paying attention to stuff like that. So for me, I just say having a travel agent or booking through an agency is perfect. I liked Liberty Travels. My aunt uses Liberty Travels. When we went to Dominican Republic, that's who she booked through. And it was perfect because it was like you just paid your trip off in installments as you wanted to. So that is literally the 4th trip, I would say. Also, just keep in mind, like, I know a lot of people ask like, oh, do I have to like pay the travel agent or like anything like that? No, from my understanding, and any of my well-traveled girlies can like correct me if I'm wrong, but the airlines and the resorts are who pay the agents to book the trips and things of that nature. So that is a cost. I know for Liberty Travels, that is not a cost that you have to stress and worry about. I just say like pick somebody reputable. Liberty Travels is pretty reputable. It's well known. A lot of people use them. You can even like, what's also cool, and this goes back to like doing your research, look at reviews on the travel agents before picking them. You can see how well they're traveled, like how, the countries that they've been to, states they've been to, all that great stuff. And I think those things are so important, especially if you're like me, where you're just now learning how to travel, just now like getting into traveling by yourself. So like without auntie, without mom, like I'm just now tapping into that. So yeah, I would definitely say book with a travel agent, y'all. It's so much easier, and it's like, I don't know, I just like the convenience. That's the thing. I'm a convenience girly. Like, I will pay for convenience. And I think that's probably not a bad thing, but it's probably, I feel like this is not blended. I can never get my, yo, I don't know. I don't really know how to do makeup, but that's besides the point. I just feel like convenience, like if you can afford to pay for it, or get it, use it, utilize it, whatever. Because you don't want to have to stress yourself out. I feel like when you're planning a trip, the only thing that you really want to have to stress or worry about is just like packing and what you're going to wear, like, and what excursions you're going to do. But yeah, y'all, those are the 4 tips that I literally had. So like I said, budgeting, using what's in your closet, read your reviews, and book with a travel agent. I'm sorry, y'all. I got sticky notes right here. That's what I'm looking at. But yeah, those are literally the 4 tips that I have for y'all. And just make sure you know yourself. Like, as you travel, you'll get to learn yourself, what you do and don't like. So don't be afraid or like upset if like you pick a resort and it sucked when you got there. You just know not to stay there again, or to pick something different, or just to like get a better feel for your vibe moving forward. So don't stress yourself too much. Traveling is honestly not that hard. It's not that expensive. It's just a matter of knowing what you're going for, making sure it's affordable for you and your friends or whoever you're going with, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, y'all, I'm basically done my hair. I don't know what this part is doing. I could try to, but if you're not already, again, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at 1xmercedes. Stay tuned for the next video, and you can do that by turning on your post notifications. Those are the 4 travel tips that I have for you guys. Researching your hotel, finding a travel agent, using what you have in your closet, and sticking to your budget. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to today's video. I will see y'all next Sunday at 7 p.m.